Welcome to Beyond Mindset Limits with Tisha Marie Cain. Here, we explore how unlocking your mindset can pave the way for unlimited success. Discover how to create opportunities through legal challenges and transform your business and life with effective public relations strategies. Get ready to elevate your journey and maximize your potential. Now, let's welcome your host, Tisha Marie Cain.
I am your host, Tisha Marie Cain, and welcome to Beyond Mindset Limits. Today, we have a special guest. Her name is Ailsa Mchphee, and this lady is amazing. She is a pioneer of dance, an award-winning leader in well-being. She's known for her radical approach in movement and transformation. She is the creator, CEO, and founder of The Daily Dance. She was dubbed the Dancing Banksy by the British Broadcasting Company for her spontaneous public performances that turn everyday spaces into stages and fear into fuel. Whether dancing to Elvis outside of a prison or bringing the YMCA to a building site, her work is rooted in one clear idea: movement can shift how we feel instantly. She is a best-selling author in mental health. Ailsa's work bridges emotional well-being and embodied practicing, helping people move out of their heads and back into their bodies. She is now bringing her immersive, joy-led mission from the UK to the USA and globally. Ailsa Mchphee is scaling her work with a focus on unity, using music, laughter, and embodied movement to reconnect people to themselves and each other. And thank you, Ms. Ailsa Mchphee, and welcome to Beyond Mindset Limits. I'm so honored to have you here.
Oh my gosh, I love you. Can you just narrate me going through life? I just love you. That was incredible. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you for being here today. I am really honored to have you, one, because you're my best friend and I love you. And you said yes to the Beyond Mindset Limits. And you are taking the UK and the USA and globally by storm, because you are living in your authentic expression. So you're just passing out permission slips to everybody all over the world. So I knew you were going to be on my show. You couldn't say no because I was going to force you on here anyway. So thank you again for being here today. I'm really, really honored.
I'm so excited. If people could see our headgear right now, they'd be triple excited.
I know they would be. I think we both got the memo. We both have red hats on right now for the listeners.
Woo, yes. Red light spells danger.
Woo! You know, sometimes people say red is like anger, but I think red is love too. So
hey, red is lucky.
Red is lucky. Lucky number 7, right? I'm saying that. So let's dive in. I want to know more about you, and I want our listeners to know more about you. What was that pivotal moment that led you to create the Daily Dance method? I want to know. Tell us.
I was living in a toxic home. It was during COVID, actually. I just had a little baby. And for a lot of people, lockdown intensifies whatever's going on at home. So, and I knew I had to leave, but I realized I was too weak to actually physically leave the house, especially with a little baby. I just couldn't work it out mentally and physically. And I'd realized there's that saying that no one was coming to save me, not family, not the doctors. So I started watching self-help videos. I started watching Tony Robbins and Les Brown, and Tony told me to identify the problem state. And I realized that it wasn't the circumstances that were the problem. It was how I felt about the circumstances that were the problem. And I realized that I felt sad, I felt trapped, and I felt exhausted. So he led me to identify that I needed to activate happy and freedom and to feel energized. So I thought, well, what can I do right now with the resources that I've got that would activate those states? So for me, the happiest is when I'm dancing. And I felt most free when I'm outdoors, when I'm at a festival. And I feel most energized when I'm listening to rave music or really pumping, happy house music. And with a baby, I thought, well, where can I go to a festival? I looked around, I couldn't go to anything that was baby friendly. And I didn't have a babysitter. So this is where I created my just one dance in the day. And it had to be in the morning. I remember Les Brown, Tony Robbins, my Tisha Marie Cain. You have a book about successful women, and you talk about the power of using your morning. And whatever you put in front of your eyes, your ears in the morning has an incredible impact on how we feel. So I just promised myself just one song. And at this point, I wasn't really dancing. I was just trying to get out of a funk. I was just trying to circuit break what was happening within my nervous system and within my mind. So I just promised myself one song. And then the music that I chose was so powerful. At first I felt myself laugh, and then tears came, and then the movement happened. And then I took the dances outside. I took my baby, I took my dogs, I got the buggy outside to a little local park and made my own festival. At this point, I didn't really care what anybody thought of me dancing by myself amongst the trees, because I knew I had to get better. I had to strengthen. So there it was. The daily dance was born. It was messy. It was crazy, but it shifted instantly. Music is so powerful.
It is. Oh my gosh, Ailsa, I love that story. And so that brings me to, if music shifted you, you had the baby, I could just, if I can step into your world at that moment where, you're suffering, you're looking outside of yourself for the answers, Tony Robbins, all of these gurus to help you because you had a desire to feel joy and feel at your best state, especially with this little baby. And if I could see you in the park with your dogs and your baby at that moment in time, and knowing that that shifted you outside of yourself and bringing you back into yourself through that movement. Did you have did you have any thoughts of that? I call it the itty bitty crappy committee in your brain. Did you ever go like, oh my God, they're looking at me? Or did you just like, okay, this moment is for me. I have to move my body and I don't care what anybody thinks.
Yes, both. There's all of that going on, isn't there? But I got into such a poor state. I knew that had to, I had to do it for myself. I had to be responsible for myself. And the blessing was because I had this little baby now, and I thought, I have to do it for her. I have to strengthen. I've got to do this for me. And I lived in a little village at the time. I call it Midsummer Murders. It was there are kind of like curtain twitchers. Oh, you'll never guess what she's wearing now. You'll never guess her outfit. Oh, she was dancing in the park. But I just had to do this despite. And I thought, well, I'm going to be leaving this village pretty soon. So I had to throw caution to the wind and dance in the park and just get on with this project, because it was a total self-help mission. It was that or either die, because I realized that women living at home, or anybody living at home in an abusive situation, it can go from 0 to 100 rapidly downhill so quick. And I was in the downward spiral, and I thought, I have got to circuit break really quickly. There's only us that can do it. Your doctor can't do it for you, your friends can't do it for you. There's only you that can start to rebuild yourself from the inside out when that momentum gets going.
Well, you are an inspiration, because I don't think in my moments of suffering that I was able to connect all of those dots and find it for myself. So one, I see you and I congratulate you in that. And it's been 6-7 years that you were able to shift out of that in one dance a day. Can you share how music and dance became your secret weapons for transformation throughout that time and as the years continue to grow?
Yeah, music is really an underused tool for instant transformation. There used to be this game, I don't know if it's a game show, where they would say, name that tune. Do you have that in America?
I remember naming
Yeah.
that too. Yeah.
Name that tune. Okay, I can name it in three. I can name it in two, and I would love this because I must just have a musical ear. I just love songs. I think, oh, that's the Star Wars theme tune. Oh, that's Whitney Houston. And I used to love this because music is so evocative. You can name that tune. Most people can name that tune. Good songs. I'm talking good songs. So. Anything after 1999, I have no idea. But anything from the 90s and before, I'm talking all the way to the 1920s, I can name that tune because music is so powerful. Hang on, what was the question? Let's
You're
rewind.
right. No, you're right. How music is your secret weapon for transformation, and music bridges the gap and connects us all, right? So you use as music and dance as the secret weapon for transformation. And I think it gets to be that simple, right? People forget about the music or they forget about the dance. And you're bringing dance and music back to show people, hey, just use both of those things and you can shift right out of any of these negative emotions or negative spaces that you have been in, right?
Yeah, and I've got to talk about the quality of the music. So just as I'm talking to you, I can see Freddie Mercury. He's in a golden picture frame over my shoulder. And this is a visual trigger for me to remind me to play the music that is super, super strong. And when I play Queen, when I play the songs that lift me up, that empower me, Freddie Mercury is a really, really great one because he is such a strong character that when you play the music, you can't help going, yo, you can't help embody Freddie. You can't help get into the spirit of his song because he's got such a big personality. And that's expressed in the first 3 seconds, the first 10 seconds of that song. I challenge anyone to listen to Bohemian Rhapsody by Queen and not Mamma Mia, Galileo, and not join it in with it. You're in it before you know it. Songs like that, you don't think. Your thinking has been cut down and your body's taken over. Your humanness, your spirit is in with the song as well. That's the magic of music. And then when you move in with that, the music is your activator. It gets you to be in the spirit of the song. But when we dance, it accelerates that feeling. It's a supercharge. So as much as your condition or as a situation might take you down very, very quickly, music can spring you back up 100 times faster. It's almost instant.
Wow. Yes. And I just know sitting here swimming in your energy, like I want to play a hype song. I want to get up and dance with you. And in the past, you and I have had discussions about how, I think I'm a split brain, right? So I'm half logical, half creative, right? And so in the past, I was so in my logical brain thinking I wasn't a good dancer. And you just gave me some really good tips. Like, just if you want to be a break dancer, play breakdancing music, right? And so it really gets to be that simple. But I tried to action it out in my head and logical it out. And it's like when I step aside and move out of my way and just play my hype song is the Eye of the Tiger, right? So every time I hear Eye of the Tiger, I'm like, yeah. So anytime I'm
Come
mad or
on!
anything, yes, that. And you just played that on your social media reel the other day, and I was like, yes, this girl is channeling my, all of the Lyrans and all of the lions and the tigers and the leopards. Those are my, and interesting, you're wearing a leopard outfit right now. Those are my spirit animals, right? So if I get in there and play that hype song, I can shift out of whatever bad mood I'm in just by playing that amazing high frequency music, especially the 80s music, right?
Oh my gosh, I'm so glad you've mentioned Eye of the Tiger. That song is so juicy. And I was talking about it in a video I was creating yesterday that you saw. It's like a digga, 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 digga. Where before the singer even says a word, it's like, oh, what's happening here? Oh my God, it's going down. Oh, it's so exciting. It's like, okay, everybody make a space. Something's going to happen right here. That guitar riff is so freaking powerful. It's like, okay, baby. The music they created in the 80s was next level. It is
Gosh.
so powerful. They call them power anthems. If you want to feel powerful, if you're feeling weak, if you're struggling, if you are feeling confused, if you're feeling uncertain, play power anthems and just dig your feet into the floor. Start punching into the air and let's go, baby. Let's go. Rising up, back on the scene.
Ooh,
This is your
yes.
comeback anthem, whatever you're doing, wherever you're going. If you're going into that job interview, if you're going to that toxic place of work, if you're okay, let me just ground into my song. I love you, thinking about you before you get on the radio or wherever you go. Just ground yourself back in and get into the survive. The band's called Survivor, right? How cool
Right.
is that?
Isn't that great? I know. And I love how you call them power anthems because if we could go in and identify what our power anthems are and just maybe get 5 power anthems when you're feeling low or you're feeling like you can't do it. My radio show here today is called Beyond Mindset Limits. That's why I wanted you to come here, because we are thinking beyond the mind to pull in these power anthems to get us out of our way so that we can call in whatever we want to call in, right? So I'm like, I love that you name them power anthems. I'm going to go after the show and write about like 5 of my favorite ones. Just when I think I can't do it, or what if, right? Or all the ways that the mind can, derail us from what we want. I could play one of those and be able to
Yeah.
call back in my higher self to
Yeah, get your hero songs together.
hero
So if you've
songs.
noticed that movies do this really well. A movie without a soundtrack is just a moo. There's no, it would be so boring. If you listen to the soundtrack, it's the music that gives you, that takes you on the emotional journey. You really connect with the hero. So if you there's a song in Karate Kid it's called The Glory of Love. That is a great hero
Mm.
song. The song the song by Survivor we've just been talking about, it's in Rocky, and we associate that song with the feeling of the downtrodden, of the underdog, and he rises, he becomes victorious. So when we hear this song, we're not just hearing the song, even though the song is so magical and powerful. We've also got this inbuilt thing in our subconscious about the victor coming through, and that's in all of us. All of us want to just get through that concrete and blossom and be strong again.
Yeah,
So
and you were
I really
doing that without
recommend.
even knowing you were doing that without even knowing that you were doing that. When you were in your lowest load, you're like, okay, I just need to get out and play the song, not knowing that was going to shift you. Or did you know? Did you know that that song was going to shift you?
No, I just followed Tony Robbins' advice when he
Uh-huh.
said, these are the states that you don't want to be in. So go to the opposite end of the spectrum. What are the states that you do want to activate? So I thought,
Mm.
okay, right, I want to be happy. I want to feel free and I want to feel energized. And he said, what can you do now? Because I thought, okay, well, I need to leave home and I need to this and I need this person to change. Right. There was lots of things in my circumstances, as with all of us feel trapped by something or someone or some situation that I couldn't do anything about. So when he said, what can you do now to change, to shift your state, just as you are, just with the resources available to you without having to get on a plane or plan something in the future, what can I do right now? I realized, well, I can go outside, I can play a song, and I can dance, and I can orchestrate the music that gives me. I started to really tune in to the songs that had particular emotional and physiological states. So I
Wow.
started going to work on creating. It was just like a couple of songs. I'm going to play these in the morning, and then you kind of get a snowball effect, which are the songs that are going to just shift my state out of, at first you just want to feel better, so you're kind of like just grasping at the start, and then you're on a roll, and then you're like, in the first week when I first started doing a dance in the morning, grabbing the baby and the dogs and all of us heading to the park, I felt euphoric. I can't tell you what a magical transformation happened within my brain and within my body. I've been apathetic for a long time, and I felt dead inside. And this transformation happened. It kind of shot up so quickly. Sorry, I'm repeating myself, but I'm just remembering it now, thinking this is incredible. And it was like a drug. I had to go back to the park. I needed to go back out there. I needed to move my body. I needed to immerse myself in the music to circuit break whatever badness had been going on through my mind and through my body.
Wow. So I want to know, how did your experiences with fear and uncertainty shape your approach to mindset and wellness during that time?
Oh gosh, I used to wake up afraid every day. And you can't predict how that dangerous person will behave for the rest of the day. So all the time you're on eggshells. And I wanted to keep it in because I didn't want this fear. I didn't want this feeling to mirror into my baby. So I was kind of eating my own fear, which I knew I was doing it. And I was like, we are going to implode really quickly. And it was happening. I'd started to stutter. I'd gone silent. Things had started to manifest in my body. And I thought, we're shutting down. So it's again, like, no one's coming to save you. We've got to do. And the blessing was in that is that I became aware. This is the thing about mindset. When things get so bad, you have awareness. Things often in the UK anyway, things do have to get really bad for people to go, and there's the blessing. Right now we can do a 180. Now we can turn it around. Now we can springboard up. So I was building my mind through listening to Tony Robbins on YouTube and Les Brown. And Les Brown, he's really funny with his delivery. He was spiritual and he made me laugh. And he made me laugh more than I'd not laughed in years, probably. So then I started digging into other comedians, Eddie Murphy and Richard Pryor, two of my favorites. And I thought, oh my goodness, what have I been doing? I've not been feeding my soul. I have not been putting myself first. All of this has just gone. So I really leaned into that to circuit break what was happening within my environment. We know that environment has a massive impact on the human. And I would do all this secretly at 5 o'clock in the morning. I would just lock myself in the bathroom and watch stuff on my phone for YouTube, even 5 minutes, and it would break the circuit of the badness and raise me up. I was starting to experience, I guess, what psychologists call, a change in my neuroplasty and a change in my nervous system.
Wow, I love that. Okay, you guys, we are listening to Ailsa Mchphee. She is the curator, founder, CEO of the Daily Dance out of the UK. And this is Tisha Marie Cain. We are with Beyond Mindset Limits today. We're going to pause for a quick break and we will be back with Ailsa Mchphee and all the ways that she can help us reset our nervous system and how we can use her radical approach to movement to transform our lives. So stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Are you feeling stuck, repeating the same patterns in your relationships, your career, or even within yourself? What if the root of it all isn't what you think? Introducing the Beyond Mindset Session with clinical hypnotherapist Tisha Marie Cain. With over 2,000 clients served, Tisha guides you through a powerful 90-minute breakthrough session designed to uncover the true source of what's holding you back. Release limiting beliefs, rewire how you see yourself, Plus, you'll receive personalized integration support with follow-up sessions, a daily alignment plan, and a full recording to reinforce your transformation. Imagine feeling lighter, more confident, free from the cycles that once defined you. This is your opportunity to step into a new version of yourself. Appointments are available in person in California and Las Vegas, and anywhere virtually. The Beyond Mindset Session with Tisha Marie Cain. Schedule your session today at tishamariecain.com.
Did you know most people pay thousands of dollars more than they need to for legal services? That's why choosing the right team matters more than you think. With over 26 years of experience, Cain's Legal Support proudly serves California and the city of Las Vegas with personalized legal support. We handle everything from divorce mediation, family law, custody matters, document preparation, and landlord-tenant issues. Plus, Cain's Legal Support offers notary public, wedding officiant services, and blackline security for executive protection, residential security, and celebrity security, where we turn monitoring into action. So whatever your legal and security needs are, Cain's Legal Support is your concierge legal and protection services every step of the way. Contact Cain's Legal Support today at cainslegalsupport.com for personalized legal and security solutions that fit your needs.
All right, you guys, we are back with Beyond Mindset Limits. I am your host, Tisha Marie Cain, and today we have a special guest, Ailsa Mchphee. She is the curator of the Daily Dance out of the UK, and I am so honored to have this woman on my show. She is talking about her transformation through movement and her radical approach to just change your whole life holistically. So we're back, Ailsa. Thank you so much and welcome to the show again.
All right, come on, narrate my life, please, Tisha.
So thank you. So I want, for our listeners, could you walk us through the Daily Dance method step by step? What does this entail?
Okay, well, first of all, I want you to know that every song has a feeling. And when you dance to that song, the feeling is in you, it's on you, you are immersed in it, you embody that. So know that when you hear a piece of music, and I'm getting to the method in a minute, when you hear a piece of music, it immediately affects how you feel. You don't need to go anywhere. You don't need to get on a plane. You don't need to receive money. You don't need to have anyone ask you to go out with them. When you hear a piece of music, it affects how you feel instantly. So this is the bedrock of the daily dance. It's not so much the dancing. The music is always first. The music made me dance when I felt dead inside. I mean, this sounds pretty dark, but what I'm really shouting and singing and dancing about is the power of music. When you have a song, and I can see Freddie Mercury over my shoulder again, when you have a song that's so powerful, it can literally move mountains within you. It brings people back to life. So the method is we identify the problem. And I'm asking you, listener, like, what is the thing that's in the forefront or what's getting on your nerves right now? What's your major pain? Identify the problem state, the feeling that it's causing you. So, it might be money. Money is a big one. Okay, so I'm worried about money. I'm worried about my financial situation. But the feeling underneath that is the worry. It's the fear. It's the uncertainty. Where is the money going to come? So the method is to counteract that state. We need to identify what would be the opposite of that. So the opposite of lack is abundance. The opposite of worry is to feel confident and to feel happy and to feel peaceful. The opposite of uncertainty is to feel certain. Now we know this is where we want to be. How do we activate those feelings of certainty, of confidence, of abundance, of peace? Now, I know immediately when I say peace, there is at least 3 songs that spring to mind. I will play Enya. My mum was like big on Enya in the 90s. Do you know Enya?
Oh,
Sail away,
yes.
sail away, sail away on the Orinoco flow.
Yes, I
So if I want to feel
remember.
peace, if I'm playing Enya, my daughter knows. I'm like, leave me alone. I need to get my Enya on. Just give me 5 minutes. Once I've played Orinoco Flow and danced around my bedroom in my pants, I'll be good. Just leave me alone. So yeah, if you need to feel certainty, no matter what's going on out there, there are songs like our power anthems where you can literally beat the rhythm out. It's a heartbeat. It's strong. It's repetitive. It's strong. It's simple, and it drills in that feeling of certainty back into the nervous system. So we're not looking outside the world. We're not looking to put out fires outside of us. We're using the music and the movement to drill that feeling state in, to override the powerlessness, to override the feeling of lack. So for example, what would we use? And I've used this before, by the way, because leaving home, as a lot of us know, is a big, it can wind you into a lot of serious money issues, because that's where people like to hit you when you're down.
Right.
So when you're feeling poor, when you're feeling lack, when you're struggling and when you're suffering, particularly with money, when we want to think about the money, we play an artist that generates this feeling of wealth and of opulence and abundance. So I play Frank Sinatra, I play Dean, I play all the crooners, because it activates feelings in my body of wellness, of calm. If we play a song by Frank Sinatra, it activates images as well of people in their ball gowns and the guys in their tuxedos and their dicky bow. There's money. I'm seeing lots of money images when I play this music, and you just keep playing that music. If your brain is going, yes, but that's not us, the music will override the thoughts. When you start to move in that song, it starts to override it. And to get ahead of those fearful thoughts, or to get ahead of those worry thoughts every morning, as soon as we wake up, we play the song or we play the playlist. Just as you're going to brush your teeth in the morning, as you're putting your pants on in the morning, I've got a pair of disco pants, right? I put them on, it says disco on the bottom. And it reminds me that to play a song as I'm putting my pants on, not when I get downstairs, because by the time I've got downstairs, I've already had 1,000 thoughts about worry. I've already had another 500 thoughts about panic. And I'm replaying the situation from yesterday or last year or 10 years ago. And it's reinforcing those fear thoughts within my mind and within my body. When you start playing, you're getting your playlist together to activate the new thoughts and the new feeling. You're starting to build a new you completely without even having to do any work, no journaling involved. The music does it all for you.
Wow, that's so fantastic. So what are some common feelings people identify when they don't want to start? What are some common feelings that people identify with?
Oh, in the UK, we've talked about this before. We have a big thing about lack of self-worth, lack of confidence, self-doubt. So the opposite of not feeling enough, this not enoughness, is self-love. We have not been taught how to health love. Well, same thing. We've not been taught how to self-love in the UK, and it's been a big thing to me to go from being a people pleaser and putting myself at the bottom of the pile to learn how to love myself, both through my body and just on a day-to-day basis. So there is one dance. There's one dance form that is really, really good for this. And it's from my best friend, Madonna, Madge. She brought out a song in the 90s called Vogue. Do you remember it? Vogue, darling.
Yes.
I'm voguing and voguing. I'm putting my arms around my face. I'm circling and stroking the skin. And the Vogue dance, it came from the ghettos in New York, in the ghettos in New York, when the LGBTQ plus community had to hide. And they did they had these beautiful Vogue balls where the style of dancing was all about accentuating the face. It was look at me energy. It was stroking the skin, and they would do catwalks to say, look at me. Aren't I gorgeous? And it would doing a catwalk. My little daughter, she sees me catwalking because I've been activating that sense of pride by doing this through social media and getting people to catwalk and get people to look at you. We've got a big thing in the UK. Women will not look at themselves in the mirror, or they will look at themselves in the mirror and go, oh God, my nose, my hair, my eyes, my this, my what. They zoom in on what's going wrong. We've got to really flip that round now. And this is just a little mindset tweak, isn't it? To say, let's catwalk and let's go, yes, my chin, my nose, no one's got a big French nose like me. I'm loving the heck out of it. I'm catwalking with my nose. I'm saying, come on, everybody, look this way. And when we do it in a song, when we do it in a dance, we're being playful. It's kind of takes the ego out of it, takes the heat out of it. So for anyone feeling, no self-doubt, no self-worth, or you're doubting yourself, bang on a bit of Madonna or put on Beyonce, catwalk up and down the hall or on the way to your office at school, and do a bit of voguing. See it, try it, and see the benefits that happened. So yeah, so Not Enough is a big one in the UK. And I think generally powerlessness, and that goes for men and women. This is both for men and women, by the way. Powerlessness, and this incorporates money, relationships, feeling sad, feeling trapped. So we've mentioned power anthems before, but yeah, if we're feeling powerless, we want to feel powerful. So what's the music style that's going to make us feel powerful? Well, 80s music. I will go straight and bang into our 80s music, our power anthems, our hero anthems, and also 90s music. If you like your 90s hip hop, I am a sucker for 90s guilty pleasures hip hop. There's a real power to that. Before rap music went all crazy and hateful, and it's really good. Like the 90s was an explosion of goodness, particularly for women as well. So it's great to play MC Lyte or Lauryn Hill and be like, yes, come on, let's go. So empowering. So that will counteract the powerlessness. And like we've discussed about it before, you do not need to do specific hip hop moves. I mean, you can look on YouTube, but all you need to do is put it on. You play the music, you're playing Salt and Pepper, push it real good, dun, dun, and we're there. You're Salt, I'm Pepper. We're doing it. We've just transformed.
I love that, because I know my family's hype song is a pump up the jam, pump, right? And we just need it on for a couple of minutes, and we're all three bouncing over here, pump up the jam, like ready to get going. And I remember, I love how you say, do the Vogue and do the catwalk, because I remember, and this was probably like 2 years ago, I was walking down the hallway and my husband was playing a song and he was video recording me. And I walked out of my bedroom and I go, I'm that girl, right? On video. And he captured me, and I didn't know that I was on video, but it was so great with the music and with me walking out, like doing this catwalk. And I'm like, I'm that girl, right? And so I grabbed that video from him. I posted it on social media because I'm like, I don't care. I'm just going to post it. Well, I went to one of the clients that I work for, client had an employee, it was some backwards thing, but I went there and she goes, hey, I saw your post, I'm that girl, and I want you to know that I'm that girl too. And I said, well, prove it. Well, ever since then, she did the little catwalk and she walked out and she was like, I'm that girl. And she went on to release like 23 pounds or something like that, because she said, Tisha, it was in that one video where you walked out in this catwalk attitude. And all you said was, I'm that girl. And it was so inspirational to me that it pivoted my whole entire life, that she did the catwalk and she was that girl. I said, oh, girl, and you and I are so alike too, Ailsa, because we're babes supporting babes. Like, live in your fullest expression, live that full out, and don't give a F what thinks what. Because I think in today's day and age, authenticity is the currency. How quirky and weird and authentic can you be? And I know you're taking UK by storm, or rather by sunshine. Ailsa Mchphee is taking the UK by sunshine, because you are loud and proud, and you know that you're meant for more, and God has brought you, and whatever God means, God of your own understanding. My family prays to Gus, God, universe, and spirit. You know that God has put you in this light for you to help the people of UK. Like, how not worthy, for them not feeling worthy. My heart reaches out to the women in UK who are not living in their bigness like you. And thank God you are there to show them what's possible and what they could do. Like, you are leading the way. So I congratulate
Oh man, well, I have this crazy bestie that she's got this like confidence on fleek, and I've never known anyone like you. We don't have people like this in the UK. We truly don't. And it's only because of the music that I could lean into this character. I would have never dreamed about turning around in the street and going, I'm that girl. I lean into a character that helps me get there. When I am being Whitney Houston, I am that girl. But I would never have dreamed of, because in the UK, we have this mindset like, how dare you? How dare you love yourself off the hook? Who do you think you are? We have this kind of, I don't know where it's come from. It's come from like way, 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 way down in the old ancestral pile. But we do need to shake it up, and we do need people like you to go, I am that girl at all ages. So there's a lady that watches the Daily Dance. I think she's 90, and she absolutely loves it. So she's been raving along, and she's been voguing, and you can't believe the joy and the gratitude in her face, because it's like, you have permission to be a sexy, gorgeous woman at 90. Like, you are that girl. Come on. It's like, oh yeah, we just needed someone to go forward and lead the women and say, you can be proud of yourself at all ages, not just the 18 to 30s group. And I'm not hating on you guys. Like, you're sexy anyway, okay? But
and all
sexy
shapes
and confidence
sizes
is a mind thing.
Yeah, it is a mind thing. And I think all shapes and sizes too. Like, even if you think that you're overweight, if you have the confidence, I'm going to move my body, you instantly step into that sexy, sultry type. It doesn't matter what size your body is. If you have the confidence and you're just dancing with the hype of the music, it's so fantastic, isn't it?
It's true. You can have someone that's drop dead gorgeous, but the inside, they don't believe it. And their magnetism just shrinks because their belief isn't there. Something's happened in their mind, something's happened in their life, that their light has just died inside. You can have someone that you think, oh, well, what's happening here? Their magnet is strong. And I can tell you, you can turn your magnet on when you play a song that's just gets you back to life again. Move your body. The magnet will grow. Your energy grows. We have to nurture it.
I love that. Why do you think that dance is often underused as a tool for healthcare? Well, and I know you and I, these systems are we've had tons of conversations about the systems and how they haven't served us for a long time. Why do you think that dance is underused by health professionals?
Well, I think, especially in the UK anyway, the healthcare system is buckling. It's just a crisis level.
Yeah.
And their treatment culture is about quick fixes. So, it's about medicine. Okay, take this and off you go. Take this and be away. Take this. It's not about education. And not all health professionals have been exposed or have experienced good or any dance education. I was gifted to have a great dance teacher, both in my primary schools. I think in primary school, I think someone's mum, but we had an amazing music teacher. He would write musicals for the whole school, right? Mr. MacArthur, we love you so much. He would write musicals for the whole school. Everybody would get involved, even the cleaners, they were in the musical. We do Bugsy Malone, he would write his own, and somebody's mum would come in and teach us dance. We were all singing, we were all dancing, we were all acting. The people that had no talent, they would be like doing the tickets on the door, but we were all involved. So that was nurtured in my experience. So I was always exposed to dance. And in high school, I had an amazing PE teacher. Oh my goodness, Miss Kennedy, big up Miss Kennedy. She would, in the 80s, so she would wear these crazy pink shell suits. Did you have shell suits in the 80s?
I think so. Are those
like
the ones?
plasticky?
Yes,
like,
yes, yes. Okay.
Vanilla Ice used to wear them. She would wear these outfits. I'd be like, what is she on, man? But she was a lover of dance, and she put as much dance into the PE curriculum as she could. So and she brought all these different specialists. I remember when I was 12, we had a week of African dance, and that really inspired me. So I had health professionals already, or professionals in my life from a very young age, and that got me inspired. I'm guessing that most health professionals are not exposed to that. So but you know, things are changing, and I've got to say there are professional bodies now that are funding dance, that are using dance and the arts to generate more health, to deliver education as prevention, not just as treatment now. And I'm saying that I'm doing a daily dance every day for a year now, and this has been funded by a body called Sport England, which is a really big deal. This is pretty radical for Sport England to fund a dancer to do a dance every day and deliver it on YouTube. But you can see now that these professional bodies are being more creative. Well, you know, how can we attack more people? Well, you know, we have social media now. This is how we're connecting across the sea together. So, you know, they've invested in me to deliver a daily dance on YouTube every day for a gorgeous charity called Dementia Disco. I went to a meeting, so I'm going off piece now, guys.
No,
Here
that's
we go.
great. I want to know all about that. That's Dementia Disco.
Dementia
Tell us about that.
Okay, so I went to a meeting. I met this gorgeous girl called Kate Darby. Her and her brother Nick, their dad experienced dementia, and they created a charity where every week or every month they created a disco where people who were experiencing dementia and their families or carers or loved ones, so it's a multi-generational thing, could go along to these discos and dance their hearts out. And I met this lady, and she said, we're looking for someone that wants to lead the dances every day. And I was like, well, that's me. I dance every day. So the universe put us together. And I've got to say that I didn't know much about dementia when I first met Kate, but I now know that we've got 55 million people globally living with dementia, and it is one of the fastest health challenges. It's kind of going out of control. I think statistics are by 2050 there are going to be 140 million people living with dementia, which is quite overwhelming. So we know the power of music, and we know the power of dance to roll back the years, to reconnect you. I've not got dementia, but I do know what it is to experience feeling dead inside, feeling confused. I remember being in a sandwich shop, and I was such a mess. I couldn't even decide which. It was too much of a stress to decide which sandwich to choose, because I was so confused. I'd been broken down psychologically and physically, so that nothing was happening. But it was music that brought me back to myself. It was music that woke me up inside, and repeating that, playing a song every day. It's the repetition. So I must express, and it's not just a one-time fix.
Yeah.
It's every day. It's a lifestyle change. And we know when we go to see the life coach and people say, how long is it going to take me to change lifetimes? How long, when am I going to get this? When is this going to happen? Well, you know, you have to really change your habits, and you have to take on things in your life that is going to create that change. So yes, the music is a daily thing, and you will see the magic over time. It can happen instantly, but as soon as you stop, you know, the effects might stop as well. So some people, we've got a lifetime of psychological challenges going on, but if you can keep on with one song and dance a day, then you can override that and you can strengthen beyond.
Ailsa, I am so blown away of your gift to come out of the trenches of you being dead inside. And, you know, I'm very empathic. And when I hear you say that, I wish I could, you know, turn back time, you know, to go back, to go back that time and hold your hand through that. But I know how God works, and I know you had to go through the trenches to come out to dance every day and to curate and be the owner of the Daily Dance, to be able to help these individuals with dementia. This is such an amazing cause. This is an amazing avenue for you to continue to help. Like, I just want to reach right here through the radio, and I want to know, where will you be dancing next? Because I want to fly there. I want to dance with Ailsa Mchphee at the Daily Dance. I want you to teach me how to dance. I want to dance with you. I want to be in a park and blow everybody's mind in the UK. So where can people find Miss Ailsa Mchphee, and what would you prescribe for someone going through it? So that's a two-part question, I guess. So first, where can people find you, and where can we dance with you?
Oh, I love you so much. Yes. Okay. So I first started dancing on Facebook. So you can find me on Facebook under The Daily Dance. That's my business page. And I dance on there. We can do a live dance. And also you can see full dances and warm up on the Dementia Disco YouTube channel. And what was the second part of the question?
Are you on Instagram and TikTok as well?
Oh, sure.
Yes, so you're on all platforms. Yes.
All platforms, yes. Instagram, The Daily Dance, TikTok, YouTube. What have we missed out here?
What is your handle? Is it The Daily Dance? Is it the Daily Dance 365 or no?
Yes. Oh, yes. You know what? It's the Daily Dance. Sometimes it's 365. Oh, I try and get them all the same, but you know, like, oh darn.
Yeah, okay, we'll be able to find you there. Okay. Yeah, and so if people wanted to get they can go to your Instagram and get your playlist there. I know you curated those.
Yes, I made a special playlist of like 35 different states with 35 different songs that will shift your state instantly. So yeah, go onto my Instagram. There's a little link there. You can get that playlist, but that is absolute gold. That's like 40 years worth of music investment, of self-investment, and I've just put that like all killer, no filler on that list. So go get that.
And if we wanted to hire you to come out and do a daily dance, I know you are doing dances in real locations throughout the year. I've seen you in the gym. I've seen you in the laundromat. I've seen you in Las Vegas. I've seen you in a salon. I've seen you everywhere. And if they wanted to hire you to come out and get be in real locations to lead a dance, help other dementia individuals, they can get to you on those platforms as well.
Yes, I'm really excited about that. I am excited about dancing in unusual spaces. I don't want to dance in the studio. I don't want to dance in the theatre. I don't want to dance where people think that dance happens. Okay, dance can happen in the supermarket. Dance can happen in your bathroom. Dance can happen outside the office. On a train station. I want everybody to know that your body wants to dance. We can dance anywhere, anytime. That's why it's called the Daily Dance 365. Any day, anytime. I'm repeating myself now.
No, you're doing great.
But I would love to visit you in your extraordinary or unusual space. So if you have a space that's in, and it will be interesting to me if it's not my neck of the woods. So so I've just been to Vegas. It's my first international daily dance location, and I'm going to Spain Friday to do some filming there. So like we're going to get all the holiday dances. Viva España! We're going to get all the holiday dances going. But I would really love to have this year of daily dances whilst I'm being funded to explore the world, and let's get people sharing their love of music, talking about music just like we're doing now. This is so powerful, just to remind people, oh yes, why aren't I playing my playlist? Because I'm so darn busy. Right, okay, well, on the way to our busy thing, we can play our playlist and activate that most powerful version of us. Give Ailsa Mchphee a DM and say, would you like to come and dance in our office space? Yes, I would. Thank you very much. When do you want me in there? So I just had a message actually from a wartime plane place. They've got an old war plane from the 1940s, I think. So I'm going to go and do some jazz dancing there.
That's perfect. Oh my gosh. Jazz dancing. Miss Ailsa Mchphee is going to be on a warplane. So you guys heard it from her right out of her mouth. She is available for hire at all cool, amazing locations. You can find Ailsa Mchphee on all platforms. This is Tisha Marie Cain with Beyond Mindset Limits. Thank you again, Ailsa, for being here. We love you so much.
Thank you for joining Tisha Marie Cain for Beyond Mindset Limits. Tune in every Wednesday at 4 p.m. as the conversation continues around mindset, legal insight, and publishing as a strategic tool for business positioning. Visit TishaMarieCain.com or CainsLegalSupport.com for more information or to schedule your private appointment.